Good evening, everyone. My name is Lidia Delgado for the ones that don't know me. Tonight I will be sharing with you my story. This is my story. I really don't go live. I don't share videos. But today I want to share a part of me with my family, with my friends, with my Facebook family and friends. Today is a very important day, not only for me, but for my family. And as I share with you my story, it's going to give you all motivation to inspire you to keep pushing forth, to reach all your goals and dreams, and that anything is possible if you set your mind to it. And before I begin, I would like to share with you something that has stuck with me for many years and for a very long time, and I still carry it with me. And it's in the book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 24 through 26. And it reads, "May the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile on you and be gracious to you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace." And before I begin, I would like to share with you all a song that not only does it remind me of me, but it also helped me a lot of times, get through the hard times. And it just reminded me of myself. So I'm gonna share a piece of it for you, woman, mujer, hombre, man, because this can be for anyone. Listen.
Ya te enrollo el corazón y vienes a decirme adiós, déjame ahorrarte la despedida y aborra tu tristeza fingida. Y hace tiempo que me enteré que se veían a escondidas. Eso lo esperaba de ti, pero no de mi mejor amiga. Yo no perderé, seguiré adelante como ves. No estaré aquí llorando, viviendo un calvario. Negaré mi agonía, muy lejos de mi vida. Estaba para todas las mujeres que han luchado y siguen adelante, que han tocado fondo en un instante y que han logrado levantarse. Estaba para todas las mujeres que nunca se han dado por vencidas.
Okay, I'm gonna start sharing my journey. Esa canción la canta Elida Yavante, Elida Reina. And she's pretty much talking to para todas las mujeres que no se han dado por vencida. They have not given up. And I consider myself one of those mujeres. You know why? Because yo no me vi por vencida. I'm going to take you way back to December 4th, 2010. It was a very snowy, cold night in Benton Harbor, Michigan, when I decided to gather up my 6 children. They were all very, very small. After being homeless for a year and a half, living here and there and everywhere, I had a 1998 GMC Safari van. It was a tannish, brownish van. And after trying, to live with family and friends, after having my home in Niles, Michigan, after being with my husband over 22 years, our marriage went downhill. And we just couldn't do it anymore because of the drugs, the alcohol, the women. I had to do something to give my children something better. After having my own licensed daycare for 12 children, I decided I had to get up and do something. I tried living in Arkansas, Springdale, Arkansas, with my brother Albert and his wife Amanda, and we searched for employment, living with him in a small room, my children on the floor. That was just not for me. After being there for a few months, my sister, may she rest in peace, said, well, come back to South Bend, Indiana. Vente pa atrás. Come back. You have a place to stay here. She had a very smaller duplex. I said, okay. So I picked up my children. Mind you, all our clothes were in black plastic garbage bags. So here I am, a single mom with her 6 children, all very small, no money, no food, nowhere to go. Gather up my children, y ahí vamos para atrás to South Bend, Indiana, where I originally had left from. Y ahí voy para atrás. From August to December, I could not find employment. I had no money. I was on the system, living off of welfare and food stamps. I'm not ashamed to say it. I was just getting to nowhere. Dead ends, doors closing. I no longer was able to stay with my sister. So I remember getting my children in the middle of winter. Y ahí voy, driving all the way to Benton Harbor with the father of my children because we were still separated. And he said, you can stay here tonight. I don't know why you just don't get back with me. I said, because it's not gonna work. I remember that on my way to Benton Harbor, my brother Joe Dirt, called me and said, hey, what's up, sister? ¿Qué haces? And I was crying and crying because yo pensé que no había salida. There was no way out for me. And I said, I'm on my way to Benton Harbor. I'm on my way to Michigan. And I said, I can't stay with Lupe no more. I'm on my way to my kids' dad's house. He said, why don't you come over here? Joe was living at that time, he was living in Ellington with my brother Leroy in Esmeralda. Why don't you come over here? He said, Joe, I don't have money, Joe. I don't have money to go over there. And besides, Florida's expensive. Yo no quiero vivir allá. He said, try it. He goes, if you really want to come over here, yo te mando el dinero. It's going to be until Friday. I remember it being a Tuesday. Yo te mando el dinero. But you have to come over here. I said, okay, I'll let you go. I'll let you know. Yo siempre he hablado todo with my children, with Adam and DJ, even though they were small then. And I remember telling Adam, what do you think? Your tío says he'll send us money if we go over there. He said, I don't know, Ma, it's up to you. If you want to go, let's go. Le dije, pero es que allá over there está bien caro, it's expensive. He said, I mean, we already tried it in Arkansas and nada. We tried it here, we cannot get a job. Every day I would get up and go look for work and nada. Se llegó Thursday night, and I remember my brother Joe calling me and saying, did you decide if you were going to come? And I said, yeah. He said, okay, I'll send you the money tomorrow. I remember Friday morning, se llegó Friday morning, and the father of my children even tried to stop me. Somebody's going to stay. One of these kids are going to stay here with me. And I said, I'll be damned if I leave one of my children here with you. If I have to leave one of my children here, then we're all staying because they're mine. So no, he said, no, está bien. Take them. They're yours. Take them. We loaded up the van, and I remember it being so cold. So cold. We got in the van, a 1998 GMC Safari van. It had a cracked windshield. The doors didn't even close right. The windows didn't go down. It didn't have AC. It barely had a heater. I got in the car, in the van, loaded up with whatever we could take, which was just basically our clothes and a few pots and pans. And we left. We left Benton Harbor, Michigan. We stopped in South Bend, Indiana to pick up the money that my brother Joe had wired me. I had some food stamps on my EBT card, and I remember stopping at a Walmart. I remember buying juices, water, some fruit, little cans of weenies, because we didn't have money to be stopping at restaurants. We didn't have that luxury. There was no money, no funds for that. I remember telling my kids, use the bathroom because there's a long road ahead of us. I always remembered, and I've always told my children, we pray, we put God before us. Let's go, vámonos. I remember getting on 31 South and leaving Indiana behind me. Little did I know that I was gonna be, try to be stopped on my way. And when we were in Kentucky, Corbin, Kentucky, my van shook. And I said, I don't know, but something's not right. La van como que it's something's messing up. I told my son, I'm gonna have to pull over. So we got off in this exit, and it was Corbin, Kentucky, in the middle of these hills and these mountains, in the middle of nowhere. And I remember stopping at this Advance Auto. Yeah, it was late at night. It was late at night, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was wrong with my van. It was an old van. And then all of a sudden it began to snow with drizzling ice. The people that live up north or been around the north, they know what that means when it starts to be icy. It was so cold, and we thought that because we were going down to Florida, we didn't need coats and pants, and so we thought it was okay just to wear shorts. And I remember having to spend the night in that parking lot with my children. What does a mother do with no money? Her van just broke down. I didn't know my children were not mechanics. My kids were all still babies in the middle of the mountains. I said, okay, we're going to spend the night here. Y por ratos, I would turn on the van so it would stay warm. The next day, my daughters and the boys had to use the bathroom. I got to use the bathroom. I remember looking to my left, and there was a Kroger's across the street. I said, okay, be careful when you guys cross the street. Go use the bathroom, wash your hands, and come right back. The next day, my boys, I remember Adam and DJ trying to look under the van to see what was wrong. And it was so cold. It was so cold. And they were under there looking. Ma, I don't see nothing. I don't see what's wrong with it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Some lady pulled up in a car. She said, are you all right, ma'am? She put her window down. Are you all right? And I said, my van broke down. We're not from around here. I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay. The lady drove off. Another lady came. She said, ma'am, are you okay? Is everything all right? And I said, no. My van broke down. My sons are not mechanics. We're not from around here. We broke down last night. She said, I'll be right back. I remember the lady driving away. Not even 5 minutes later, a man pulled up in this nice GMC truck, brand new truck. And he rolled down his window. He said, ma'am, what's wrong with your vehicle? I said, I don't know. We broke down. We've been here since last night. My boys are not mechanics. They don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know. He said, okay, the first thing we got to do is get you and the children out of this cold. Get in the truck. So what does a mom do? What does a parent do in a situation like that? You know, do I get in the truck? Do I don't get in the truck? He said, one of my tow truck guys is going to come and pick up your sons. They can wait here. And they're going to come pick up your vehicle. So I'm like, and I'm looking at my son, Adam. Do I get in or no? He's like, well, go. I mean, we're literally in the middle of nowhere. So I told my kids, okay, get in the truck. And here I am, getting in the truck with a complete stranger. So I get in the truck, we get in, it was nice and warm. We must have drove maybe a couple blocks down this hill in Corbin, Kentucky. And luego to my left, there was a mechanic shop. And we went, he drove around the back. And he brought us inside. He says, there's some popcorn and there's some coffee. There was other people there. He said, help yourself. And when I looked, I venía la van. My van was coming around. My boys came inside. We all sat down. We're like, oh my God. Maybe about 20 minutes later, if that, the same man that picked me up. He said, "Ma'am," I said, "Yes." He said, "What broke era la vara that holds the wheels to the van, las llantas, and it's gonna cost you a little bit over $400." I started crying. I opened up my wallet and I said, "Do you see this?" And I was showing him my wallet. "Do you see this?" I said, "This money that I have here has to take me all the way to Florida. This is all the money I got. I have no money. I have no money." He said, "Sit tight." So we sat down. I started crying. I told Adam, "I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. We're in the middle of nowhere. I don't know who I'm going to call." De ratito, he comes back in. He says, "Come on. All of you, come on." So I get up. He says, "Get everything that you might need out of your car. Everything that you might need." And him and a couple other men were holding up the back door because ni eso se quedaba para arriba. Hold it up. So we started taking out everything, the juices, the water, the little can of weenies, everything. Y él se quedaba viendo. The guy was just watching us take out everything. He said, "It's not going to be until Monday until that part comes in." He said, "Now everybody try to squeeze in and get in the truck." So we all got in the in his truck. And he took us just down the street to a Holiday Inn and Suites. Ahí mismo in Corbin, Kentucky. And that's actually over there at Cumberland Expressway in Corbin. I still remember the lady's name. Her name is Debbie. And the only reason why I remember that is because I found the paper that he gave me. And I wrote it down. And she was so nice. Her name is Debbie. And I'm only going to share this part with you. His name, he wrote it down. He took us to that Holiday Inn, and he was nice enough to rent us a suite for my children and I. And he paid for the room. He said, "If you need anything," he said, "call me." It was the weekend. He said, "Call me." He gave me his number, his home number, his cell number. His name is Bill Storms from Corbin, Kentucky. He wrote it on this piece of paper. He told the lady at the front desk, "If this family needs anything, do not hesitate to give it to them." And I could not believe it. I said, "Okay," because in my mind, yo decía, ya no hay gente buena. Ya no hay gente buena, just because everything I had been through, everything that was happening to me. Dije, ya no hay gente buena. Nobody wants to help you. I said, algo ha de querer este hombre. He wants something. So they put us in the room. He gave me his number. And sure enough, even that night, he got my children and I pizza. We stayed there, and I still couldn't believe it. I remember calling Leroy and my brother Joe and telling them, "Hey, this and this happened." He said, "Be careful." And I said, "I know." He said, "Call Tia Rosa and Tio Boogie. They're right there in Tennessee, and tell them to come and help you." I said, "Well, this guy already took the van, and he said that Monday is when the part is going to get there, and it was already Saturday." He said the part is not going to get here until Monday. Well, here it is. We're staying there Saturday, Sunday. Come Monday morning, we get a knock at the door. I remember being in the restroom, it was around 11 o'clock in the morning. And I was in the restroom, and Adam opens the door. And Adam says, "Ma, es el viejo." I said, "Well, open the door." So Adam opens the door, and he said, "Lidia?" And I said, "Yes." He said, "Well, here are the keys to your van." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Thank you." And I'm like, "Well, how much do I owe you?" He said, "You don't owe me nothing." He said, "All I want is for you and your family to have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year." We all started crying, and we were happy and jumping and clapping. I gave him a hug, and he said, "And have a safe trip to wherever you're going." He gave me the keys. I said, "Hurry up, hurry up." We started getting all of our clothes. We loaded up the van. And the van ran like it was brand new. I called Leroy and Joe, and I said, "You won't believe what happened." "What happened?" I told them what had happened. They couldn't believe it. I remember that on a day like today, I was getting off at exit 224 in Ellington. And not sure what was going to happen with my family and I. And I remember telling Adam, "Okay, we're here. We made it. We made it, and Dios irá what's going to happen from here on out." I just hope that we made the right decision. This next song I'm going to share with you guys, it also just reminds me a little bit of my struggle.
If my old truck was a horse, I'd have to shoot it. Lord, today my ship came in. I was waiting for a train. Every time I get a grip, I always lose it. I can't find the sunshine for the rain. And you know I'm always saying I'm sorry, but you stand by me through it all. Seems every time I make my mark, somebody paints the wall. Every time I think I'm off and running, I'm barely up to a crawl. Every time I get a leg up on the ladder of success, I slip and fall. Like last week down at the factory, I was up for a promotion, but the boss's little brother got the call. Seems every time I make my mark, somebody paints the wall.
Tracy Lawrence is one of my favorite ones. Just like his song says, you know, every time I was trying to climb that ladder, I would trip and fall. No matter what I did, no matter how much I tried to get ahead, no salía adelante. Just like when I got stranded in Corbin, I felt like something was trying to hold not only me, but my family atrás. And the only one that could make that change and break that curse, break esa maldición, was me. I could have easily said, you know what, let's turn back and go back to South Bend. And I could have still been there doing nothing. My life would have been nothing. Where would my children be at? In drugs and alcohol, perdidos and gangas? But you know what? I decided to keep pushing forth. You know what? Because I said I have to give my kids something better. If this is the chance that I'm being given, I'm going to take it. You know, maybe, you know, you're struggling también, like I was, or with an illness. Wherever you are, whatever your circumstance may be, remember that you belong to a God who lets nothing go to waste. God did not let me go to waste. He still gave me that strength, that courage to keep fighting, to keep pushing forward, even though I didn't see it at the moment. At the moment, I didn't see it. Even when I got here, that madrugada in Ellington with my brother, I said, what am I doing? I even thought that to myself. I even doubted a little bit. What am I doing? Oh my God, I hope I did the right thing. And you know what? The only regret I have, and I say it all the time, and any chance that I get, the only regret I have is not moving here sooner. But you know what? That was not my plan. That was his plan. In Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans that I have for you, says the Lord. Now I'm telling you, God is telling you today, I know the plans that I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you future and hope. That day that I got off and as I exit in Ellington, God was giving me, Lidia, my family, mis hijos. He was giving us a future and he was giving us hope. You know why? Because for me, in my mind, yo ya había pensado que yo ya no tenía esperanza. Ya no había nada para mí. Yo estaba desesperada. My hair was literally falling out. I was always stressed out, biting my nails. I could not sleep. That's how stressed I was. I remember getting to my brother's house and he said, nobody's gonna say nothing to you. I remember Leroy telling me, aquí nadie te va a decir nada. Duérmate. You can stay here as long as you like. God gave me a future and he gave me hope. You know why? Because I was hungry for it. I was hungry. I had to do something for my family, for myself. I remember the next day, my brother Joe took me to go register my children in school. It was in December. We went to go look for work. I remember Adam getting a job. Luego he got a job. We lived with my brother Leroy from December through May. And that's because the office found out that we were living with him. If not, we probably would have still gotten away with it, living with him. But that was not in God's plan. God had promised me and mine algo mejor. He brought me to Florida for a reason, not to keep living de maldición en maldición en maldición. If he took me out of Egypt, si él me sacó de allá, is to give me something better. I strongly believe that. Not only me, but to Adam, to Jaimito, to Tamara, to Alfonso, to Raul, and to Emily, and whatever else is coming with them. Is to give us something and to show us something better, that there is something better. When you set your mind to it, when you have a vision. Una vez alguien me dijo, if you have a vision and you can see it hasta allá, all the way over there, you can achieve it. But if you have a little vision up to here, I don't want you beside me. I want to be surrounded by people that have a vision, that know that you can accomplish it no matter what. I remember being sent. I remember applying for assistance again for food stamps, AFDC, and Medicaid. You know why? Because that's all I knew. That's all I knew. That's all that was shown to me. And I remember them saying, well, you have to go volunteer if you want to keep getting cash assistance. And I'm like, okay, well, where do you want to go volunteer? Oh, you can send me to a factory. You know why? Because that's all Lidia knew. Lidia was afraid to step out of her comfort zone. Lidia was afraid to step out of the box. Lidia didn't even know how to answer the phone, how to interact with people, how to be social with other people. Lidia was afraid of that. They said, oh no, you want to go to a factory? Yeah. February 14th, I started as a volunteer at Manatee Community Action Agency, where now that's my employer, Step Up Suncoast. In February, it's going to be 10 years that I've been successfully employed with them. That tomorrow is going to be my last class. Listen carefully. My last class to my leadership management class. Yay. I'm proud of myself for that. That's a big accomplishment for me. I remember walking in through those doors and I'm like, I don't even know what Manatee Community Action is. I don't know what LIHEAP is. I've never heard of that. I didn't know how to make copies. I didn't know how to run a fax machine. I barely even knew how to answer an office phone. To you, it might be funny, but to me, it was embarrassing because I didn't know how to answer 2 or 3 lines. Now, I think I'm a pro. I know how to make copies. I know how to send a fax. I know how to send an email. I know how to do the computer. I know how to do all that. I did volunteer work from February through August 29th. I worked and I was so reliable and so dependent that I would go there like if that was my job from 8 to 5 every day. And I would still come home, make dinner for everyone, clean up the house, help my cuñada. And just like if that was my regular job, like if I was already employed there. Until one day I said, you know what? I'm going to have to start looking for a job. And they're like, why? And I said, well, because school's going to start and my children need things. And they said, you know what? You know, te queremos ofrecer this position. I got hired as a receptionist. I did the receptionist part for 2 months when I got promoted to caseworker. And I've been doing case management ever since. In February of 2021, I'm going on my 10th year with the same agency. Some of you are wondering, pues, ¿cómo le hiciste? Bien. I didn't give up. I kept pushing forward. Yeah, there was hard times. Yeah, there was many times where I wanted to give up. I wanted to say, hey, the hell with it. But you know what? I kept pushing forward. You know why? Because my kids were behind me. Tú, madre o padre que me escuchas, you're the role model of your children. That December day back in Ben Harbor, Michigan, I could have did what a lot of you mothers do and fathers do. Just pick up and leave your children behind. I'm not that mom. That's the easy way out. Yo me levanto y me voy y los dejo. Not me. Dios me los regaló, and that's my responsibility. para sacarlos adelante. And I believe que yo he hecho mi parte with each and every one of them to show them, to guide them. And I've always told them, when you want something, you go out there and get it. You don't just wait for handouts. I'm proud of each and every one of them because who they have become. I've always said it, and I go by this: una familia unida jamás será vencida. We are strong. We are strong and strong and strong. We look out for each other. Yeah, we do. They look out for their mom. I look out for them because that is what I've taught them. I siempre les digo, when I'm no longer here, you guys will look out for each other. Why? Because that is what I have taught you guys to do. After being here in Ellington for 2 years, I decided that I no longer needed the services of Salvation Army. Salvation Army does lo de los regalos. Y yo tenía una amiga that would say, come on, let's go sign up for the Christmas baskets. That way the kids can get gifts. That day I decided, you know what? I'm not going to sign up this year. Because God has blessed me with a good job. And this year I decided that I'm going to let another family that really needs it have it. Because I'm working, Adam is working, DJ is working. DJ was freshly out of high school. We can buy each other gifts. I decided to break that chain, that curse of chain. Esa cadena de maldición, sometimes tú y yo como madre y padre que somos, tenemos que quebrar esa cadena de maldición. If we want to succeed, si queremos salir adelante, we have to do it as their parents. And since then, I have not needed their services. Y no es que yo me crea más que los demás, no. Es que si yo quiero enseñarle a mis hijos how to be, more giving, then I have to, me as a parent, I have to show them, no. Because there's other people that are less fortunate. Un día, that was me. Comienza a quebrarlo. Comienza a quebrar esas maldiciones de generaciones que te siguen. And that's what I was doing. Breaking it. And start giving. Start learning how to give. And little by little, uno va a empezar a salir de esa pobreza. You begin to get out of poverty. Why? Because God begins to show you and teach you, but you have to be willing to get out of it. Was it hard? Yes, it was hard. It was very hard. Especially living check by check, check and check. Agarraba Adam cheque and it was for this. Agarraba Adam cheque and it went to that. Until I was employed. And then till DJ was employed. But you know what? We always helped each other out. I'm not embarrassed to say it. And now everybody is all grown up. They're all young adults. And I always tell them and I always remind them, never forget where we came from. Never forget when we were homeless. Never forget when all of our clothes was in black, big garbage bags. Never forget that. Never forget when we barely had something to eat. Cuando andábamos de aquí para allá y de allá para acá. Cuando nos hacían caras. Vete a dormir ya. Put that away. They can't touch this. They can't do that. So when you do have it, you can appreciate it. The whole purpose of my story is because today is our 10th anniversary of being here in the Bradenton, Ellington, Sarasota area. My story doesn't end here. I believe that there is still yet more to come. I believe that God still has something more that he wants to show me, that he wants to give me, not only to me, but to my children. Porque si no fuera así, I would have still been stuck over there in Indiana, viviendo de las migajas, de lo que se cae de la mesa. But you know what? I was not born for that. God did not choose me for that. God did not choose my children to be living like that. I always tell my children, and I always remind them, God chose you since you were in my womb. He knew your name since then. He knew my name since I was in my mother's womb. So you could be on top and not on the bottom. So you could be head and not the tail. Para que tuvieras enfrente y no atrás. Come on, I need somebody to agree with me. I want to motivate each and every one of you today. If there is something that you are trying to achieve, or maybe you're going through something, maybe an illness, or you're struggling también, and you say, ¿Cómo le voy a hacer? I'm struggling. I just want to give up. Don't give up. Because I was in your shoes también, wanting to give up. But if you give up, then ¿qué va a pasar de tus hijos? ¿Qué va a ser de tus hijos? I would ask myself that all the time. If I give up, who's behind me? My children. If I give up, ¿qué será de mis hijos? No, you got to keep pushing forward. It's going to be okay. Keep reaching for your goal, for your dream. What is that vision? What is that you vision? If you close your eyes and you vision, that's something that you're trying to reach. Whether it's a car, whether it's a job, whether it's a business, whether it's whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. 2020 has been hard on everyone. We've lost people we love. Somebody said not too long ago in these past few days, don't be afraid to let it go. Don't be afraid. Pero tampoco don't be afraid to achieve that goal and that dream, that vision. Look at your circle. Look at those maldiciones when you were a child. Ya es tiempo to let that go. Cuando te maldecían, let it go. I don't claim to be better than anyone. But I don't forget where de donde Dios me sacó. I never forget that. And I always tell my children, remember when we were homeless. Remember when we did not have anything. And you know what? That's what brought us together. That's what makes us strong as a family. Yo siempre les digo, siempre pon a Dios por delante. Put God before everything and anything. Y verás que todo te saldrá bien. I want to motivate you and encourage you today that anything is possible. Don't give up, because winners don't give up. If you're a winner, you don't give up. I encourage you to keep your eyes on the prize, on the vision, because as long as you keep it on the prize and on the vision, you will succeed. You will get ahead. If you're a single mom, you can do it. What motivated me all these years was that my mom had 7 kids. My mom didn't have an education. She was a migrant worker. A ella nadie le ayudaba. And my mom turned out just fine. Even if you're a married woman, I was married también, and I had a dead-end life. Todos los días did the same thing. Cook, clean, watch shows on TV. You could still have a goal. You can still have a dream. You could still succeed together as one. You can be a single dad. You could still succeed. This is my story. It wasn't easy. It was hard. Very sleepless, a lot of very sleepless nights, a lot of tears, a lot of days that we were hungry, no money, repos, zero money in my bank account. I'm not saying that I'm flashing money now, but tampoco, I'm not down here. I think God puts us through a lot of trials, pero es para enseñarnos algo so we can grow and appreciate. Today is our family's 10th year anniversary, and it's a celebration for us, and I just wanted to share. And it's not to be sad or anything, and it's just, who I am, who my children are, where we come from. I believe there's still more to reach, more success, because it doesn't end here. There's a bigger goal that I'm trying to achieve, that I will achieve, because my eyes and my vision are set on that prize. And soon I will share. The time is not now. But when the time is right, I will share. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Make sure to like it, share it, to motivate someone else that you may know that might be going through something, and that can uplift them, inspire them to keep wanting to push forward. So like, comment, and share this video to uplift and motivate someone else. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me what you'd like to ask me, and I will answer all your questions as soon as I can. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy your evening, and I appreciate you all. Thank you.